Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday, BMW has reunited three members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd. Visit BMWUSA.com for details.
Christopher Media, let's make some noise. From Asthma Core Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
Welcome to the Weedsman Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron. Welcome back. We are... Boy, what do you want to talk about today? There was the Tyson fight. Did you watch that? We're just going to jump right into it.
But I heard all the particulars, and I am shocked that a 50-year-old looked slow against someone half his fucking age. I could not entertain the fantasy people our age were entertaining.
Yeah, it was... Mike Tyson is the toughest Gen Xer, right? He's a Gen Xer, isn't he? Around our age?
58?
Is he? He's a little too old for that. But he was still like the idol of a lot of Generation X.
He is stuck between the cusp of like Boomer and Xer.
Right. Well, I think he's more X in attitude than a Boomer.
Yeah, I'll eat his children. Oh yeah, we all remember that one. But I mean, I feel this fight represented a lot of. This was like a benchmark for people our age, and I feel for a lot of guys our age, this was them dealing with their mortality. Like, I don't know in what universe you think a 58-year-old man is going to beat a 28-year-old man in a fight. Male athletes are generally considered in their best shape at 28 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, you are at top peak. The best you're going to get as a male athlete is 28. After that, with the NFL, I could prove it to you. After 28, it is all downhill.
I think a lot of people were looking at this fight to prove their thesis that millennials are pussies and that Gen X is just a stronger generation.
As someone who owns a middle-aged...
And this has nothing to do with it. This is a young kid in his prime who's fucking huge.
Yeah.
I would not...
Yeah, by the way, he's also taller. He's bigger than Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Like, I would not mess with this. I wouldn't mess with anybody, but I wouldn't even give this person an opportunity to want to mess with me. You steer clear.
Like, I own a middle-aged male body. There is no way I ever thought Mike Tyson was going to win this fight.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone, yeah, but he's so powerful. Yeah, he's 50 fucking eight.
And you haven't put your body through, I mean, yes, he's done a lot of training, but he's also put it through a lot of punishment.
And he's 58.
Yes.
And he also couldn't take a flight in July from Miami to L.A. without coughing up blood. But yeah, he's going to beat a 28-year-old in a boxing match.
Why was he coughing up blood?
He had an issue with an ulcer. Like, this fight was supposed to be in July. Yeah, this fight was put off like 6 months.
I didn't realize they delayed it that much.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about it forever.
Yeah, this was supposed to be like 4th of July. This was supposed to be a big event like 4th of July weekend.
It started out with the controversial slap.
Right.
At the weigh-in.
Which everyone has now called his hardest hit of the whole affair.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll just give it another shot and keep our eye on it. Yeah, we're plagued with technical difficulties here, just like the fight was.
Right.
I guess everybody experienced some sort of lag during it, or it dropped out.
So I'm guessing a little bit more demand for this than the Tom Brady roast. That was the last live event, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, I imagine so. That sounds right. Yeah, I mean, you just can't get that many people on a live stream,
Yet.
The internet is good, but it's not that good.
I mean, we are definitely, when we look back on this, or when our robotic forcestors look back on this, I firmly believe we are at a transitional time in history where we are phasing from one modality to another. Like I think a few years ago, be like, oh, how quaint! They used to use wires, stuff like that, shit like that.
I mean, just the fact that we have wires strung all over the fucking planet to, send electricity is going to be looked at as like, wow, you guys are really backwards, huh? You just didn't give a fuck.
They used to only be able to broadcast TV signal for X amount of miles. It was tied to a tower. Like, those primitive fucks, shit like that. And and the seeds are being sown for it now. I mean, it's probably, decades, we'll long be in the ground like, oh, how quaint. They used to make music with their hands. Like, that those days those seeds have already been sown.
Yeah. I get a lot of shit like that on my feed because I'm into electronic music and just weird instruments and stuff like that. And this one dude, I can't remember his name. Okay, something's going really wrong. Check 1 2. I don't know if that's how.
Hello. Oh, hey. Check.
It's just on my mic, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell if that was a mic issue or if because it sounded more digital. Check.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not overloading the mic. Check.
Damn studio gremlins.
Yeah.
Well, sounds fine now.
Yeah, there's a guy that I seen pop up on Instagram a few times that has something on his neck and this big band that has cords attached to it. It's probably contact mics or something like that. And then he's got this array of things that he can blow into and all these motion. He's just his whole thing is pretty much just capturing music through movement, not relying on triggering something, hitting something, plucking something. What is the company that makes the rolly boards? Have you ever seen these? The ROLI?
No.
It's a really spongy keyboard. I've had my hands on one before. It's set up like a regular, keyboard is, but it's a little bit longer. And instead of keys that you're actually hitting, it's just this pad that you can push down on. So you can hit a note and then control some sort of modulation by pushing your finger up on it, or it's pressure sensitive too, so you can put kind of aftertouch on a keyboard, shit like that. And now they have I forget what they call it, but it's just this thing that looks like about 18 inches above your keyboard, and almost like a music stand with no back on it. It's just these bars that come up. They've got sensors in them, so you stick your hand in there, and then you can tilt it a certain way or open and close to do all different functions. Whatever you can assign it to whatever you want.
As long as they're still teaching people the 12-tone scale, I'm fine with it. It really doesn't matter how you make the tones, right?
Yeah.
Just don't kill music theory.
I saw a video of somebody displaying their what would it be, a perfect temperament or something like that. It was these frets on a guitar neck that were all squiggly. They went up and down, so it was perfectly intonated. Because the guitar is just really kind of fudged. I mean, a piano's fudged, really. Have you ever listened to they've done classical pieces what they thought they would have sounded like at the time? Because now we do it on I don't know the terms for it, but there's a certain tuning that that we're just used to. like if you some keyboards you have like what they would call Oriental settings, but it's basically just tunings for like Indian and Asian music.
Yeah, just
where they're using
a
a different scale.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like there was just because what do they call it? Equal tempered, which is basically taking like these perfect intervals and fudging them so that you can make it all work on an instrument easily. It was basically when you started moving to like instruments like a harpsichord or a piano, where you had to decide on a note. Mm-hmm. A violinist can like move his finger and he can just use his ear and get
like a fretless bass.
Yeah, right. I don't know what I'm talking about. What are we talking about? Are we still recording? We're afraid this thing's going to conk out on us any second. So the slap on the fight, right?
Yeah.
You think the slap was real? Do you buy into any of the conspiracy theory that the fight was totally rigged?
No, I think the slap was fake.
Oh, you think the slap was fake? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
I do not think the fight was rigged. I do not think you can rig as quickly as he ran out of gas.
Yeah,
because at one point he looked like an old man out there, like shuffling around.
Some were saying that he was signaling to Jake Paul, like he was he did some kind of motion with his glove that was like, "Hey, keep your gloves up." I mean, if so, I think that was just more of like a super experienced fighter telling the young guy, "Hey, your form's a little off."
You cannot fake the old guy shuffle. That's what he was doing at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like the little clips that I saw.
At the end, he was, you might as well
he was gassed pretty quickly.
Put him in some house shoes and a robe because he was shuffling around like somebody's granddad. Because he is somebody's granddad because he's 58 years old.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I could understand why somebody like Jake Paul would want to do this.
I think this fight was more of an attempt to further legitimize Jake Paul as a fighter.
Sure, but I think I don't think he thought it through enough. Because if you lose, you lost to an old man. If you win, you beat up an old man.
Either way, he walked away with $40 million. I think he thought it through plenty.
He's a winner. I mean, I'm sure, like, how much did Mike Tyson get?
20.
Okay. Was that the winner got the bigger amount? Was that?
I'm not sure. No, yeah. I think no.
Or is that just?
I think either way, they made what they made.
Yeah.
But they broke all kinds of records. Like, no. Like, put it this way. Netflix will work with Jake Paul again. Jake Paul and Netflix made a whole bunch of money together.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like Jake Paul made money. He's going to make more money. He's going to be more famous because of this. Like that, I all get. In the aspect of trying to legitimize yourself as a fighter, I don't think it was the smartest way to go. I don't think it really does much for the sport either. I think it's probably still a dying sport.
The guy he's calling out next would whoop his ass.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to see. He's calling out like...
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd. Visit BMWUSA.com for details.
Guy who's active right now.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez.
Right. That's kind of what the point I'm trying to get to is like, you want to establish yourself as a legitimate fighter. So you're going to work your way down from the oldest.
No,
I mean, I guess that's how it is on Punch Out,
all the
right?
boxers
You start with Glass Jaw Joe.
All the boxers he's fought have all been
Work your way up to Bob
cans.
Charlie.
And I guess Tyson's now included in that list of tomato cans. Any legitimate boxer he's fought has been someone who's like past their prime or isn't that good.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah, so he hasn't really fought anybody who's currently
pulling a Rocky, right?
on the circuit.
What was, I forget, but the one where they told them they were lining Rocky up against a bunch of tomato. But I'm winning fights. Yeah, because I'm setting them up for you.
Yeah. Wasn't that the first? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Because, yeah, wasn't Mr. T his first real opponent?
So that would have been the second one, definitely, then. Because wasn't it the third? Was it Rocky? No, that was Rocky 4, wasn't it? Did they make 4 of them?
No, 4 was, even 9, well, I haven't seen it.
I was thinking Russian.
4 is the Russian.
Yeah, I was getting ahead of myself in my thoughts, but I was thinking that 4 was the Russian one, yeah.
4 is, I must break you.
Yeah.
I remember seeing previews for that shit when I was little.
Dolph Lundgren's actually a better actor than Sylvester Stallone.
Right. Heard there's a second season of Tulsa King.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's something else that Paramount has that I want. It's
another season of him going, well, this internet is crazy.
Did you watch all of the first season?
No.
Okay. It's a really fun show, and I dig it. The little formulaic, and yeah, the constant jokes of like, you know, I don't get modern technology, you know, it gets old, but it was still fun enough. It doesn't really end well. It just kind of ends with like, okay.
Yeah, but just think though, like if you went to jail in the year 2000, you got yourself 25 years in the year 2000, and you're about to get out, and like you're about to get out now and go, wait, what's happened to cell phones?
Yeah, right. But that's like Captain America, right? They did that joke with him. He's got the list in, I think it might be Endgame, where he's talking to Sam Wilson. And he tells him something that he's got to check out, and he whips out his list, and it's like, okay, all the things that he's missed, and it's like, you know, like Steve Jobs is on there, and Star Wars is on there, and I can't remember the Wizard of Oz, just like, you know, everything. But they don't constantly go back to that. Well, maybe they do. No, they go more to like him just being a goody. That's the joke that they keep going back to on Captain America. Apparently, Mike was biting his glove a lot.
Yeah, I saw those stills.
What is he doing?
He says he has a biting fixation.
Well, we know that.
It said Vander Holyfield's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I got proof.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe his people are like, if you feel the urge to bite your glove.
I wonder if that's some kind of, like, PED.
PED?
Performance-enhancing drug that, like, makes him do that.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, maybe he's got, like, something on his glove that he's, like, sucking on. Like he's, you know, got some tiger blood, and he dipped his glove in tiger blood.
No, maybe he's, like, I don't know, doing
and
shots.
Rhino semen.
Maybe he's doing, like, shots of testosterone or something before the fight, and he's just like,
It's doused in poppers.
Maybe he took 25 Viagra, and he's just sitting there.
But yeah, like if he was doing something speedy and it makes you grind your jaw.
That's more what I was getting at, yes.
Yeah. Holyfield actually says once he starts biting on his gloves, this is when he gets nervous. When he gets nervous, he bites on the gloves. He can't figure it out. Okay?
Well, yeah, it's his first legitimate fight in 2 decades, and the dude's fucking 30 years younger than him and a head taller than him. I'd be nervous, too. About to get my old ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it even, too, I guess it was obvious that Paul was going easy on him, because he could have just fucking... I guess after the second round, Paul could have just beat the fuck out of him if he wanted to. Yeah.
But he was trying to give the people their money's worth, right? He wants to put on a show. He knows how long this clip should be.
Well, so I also...
He's a YouTuber.
Well, I also do like at the end, he's like, I wasn't trying to hurt somebody that didn't need it to be hurt. He's pretty much going, like, he's fucking...
Yeah.
I don't fucking hurt the guy. I'm not trying to hurt the guy. Which I thought that was a little admirable, but that's me. Everyone thinks this guy's a fuckhead.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's not a complete degenerate. He's just kind of I just think he's kind of a chode.
No, because I think he was getting into what you were talking about. Like, I'm not going to beat up an old man.
Yeah.
Like, it got to a point where, like, I could kick this old man's ass. I'm not going to do that.
He's proved his point.
His kids are here.
Right.
We're on Netflix.
Yeah. You see what's happening with Alex Jones and his InfoWars site?
Yes.
It's being contested now, but yeah, the Onion is going to buy InfoWars, or at least they intend to, and turn it into a parody site.
Yes, and it's being financed by the Sandy Hook families. They're partners with the Onion.
Yep. And that's actually the grounds for the contest. What's the form I'm trying to? It's being contested, so I don't know. They're saying
something
that
about where the money's coming from and all.
They're
that.
saying like, yeah, there's some sort of collusion of like, that's.
Hey, I love this case because I think there needs to be repercussions. I think you can't get on the internet and say whatever you want, like knowing that it's false, right? Like you can't do it on the public airwaves. Why is it the wild? Like there should be like, fine, if we're going to be allowed, if it's going to be the Wild West, well then, hey, then.
This isn't a free speech issue because he was allowed to speak freely over and over again. Nobody was stopping Alex Jones from putting his opinion out there. Mm-hmm. Free speech sometimes has consequences.
Yeah.
That's not freedom of speech. That's just consequences for speaking your mind when you're completely wrong and being a total piece of shit.
Yeah, like this isn't having like an opinion on a message board like this. You wandered in. What was it? What got him? It was libel, right?
I don't know, but yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, and I think the loophole that got him, was because his show was syndicated on radio stations. That's how they got him.
Let's see. So, First United American, an LLC that runs Jones's online supplement store, filed an emergency motion to disqualify the winning bid of the Union's parent company, Global Tetrahedron. Alleged that the bankruptcy trustee improperly colluded with Connecticut families who won nearly $1.5 billion in legal judgments against Jones.
So I think what I'm gleaning.
Well, they didn't pay much for it, did they?
Well, no, I think what you read and remembering what I read, I think because they went to the families and not the other way around. That is the issue. It's
also the fact that, so what First United American is claiming, or FUAC, they're claiming that their best and final bid was $3.5 million, and the Onion's bid was $1.75 million, and whoever was handling the bankruptcy would be, distributing the assets, and they gave it to the Onion despite the lower bid. I don't know if that's true, but that's, $1.75 million. That's all InfoWars is worth. Like, that's got to be worth it for the press alone on this, for the Onion to do this.
But what I don't get, though, he's still operating. Like, he is still, it's not InfoWars, but he's still on every fucking day. He's still selling his stupid vitamins. Mm-hmm. I get it. It's all in how you fill out the paperwork, essentially.
That is, again, free speech at work there, I don't know much about bankruptcy, but I do understand that there's plenty of versions of bankruptcy where you can continue to operate your business. And the bankruptcy was just based off the fact that he lost this judgment. So they said, was it?
Like, I know he sold his studio. I know he sold a bunch of shit.
Right. Jones has claimed that Elon Musk and President-elect Donald Trump, are investigating the bankruptcy auction in his favor, noting that Musk's X-Corp filed a notice of appearance in the case, which involves the potential transfer of Jones's X handle in the sale. How much could that be worth?
Oh, think what you want about Elon, but if you know anything about the dude's history, he's good at business.
Yeah, I don't know that Elon or Donald Trump want to be associated with Alex Jones.
Right. Correct.
As much as
Elon's calling him, don't.
Yeah, lose my number.
Yeah.
Prank caller.
New phone, who dis?
But overall, I hope that The Onion is successful. Just knowing that they're doing this with the money and the cooperation and full backing of the parents that were affected by Alex Jones's bullshit, how could you not want them to succeed? And this just sounds like justice done right. Alex Jones isn't in jail.
Right.
He's hampered. It's made his life less comfortable than it used to be, I'm sure. But, nobody's muzzled him, like you said. And you also get the poetic justice. It's great when legal justice and poetic justice can come together.
Man, if I were him, I'd be doing something else.
Man, like what? I mean,
something not in the media. Go be Alex Jones, the alpaca farmer or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I guess he'd have to be Me Too'd, but would that even work? Like, how could you? Like, there's some aspect of him that still sells to some part of the population.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm a rational thinking person.
But he's been doing this shit forever. Like, I don't think he started InfoWars. I think he joined up, because I remember seeing InfoWars flyers like 2000.
Like, I don't understand at this point how people, as long as he's been around, and it's a bit. It's a bit.
Yeah.
Especially if you ever heard any of the audio of him testifying in court for this Sandy Hook trial.
Yeah, that was his whole defense.
It's that
he's a performer.
Bit. Yes. And just the shit that he talks about. I could tell early on, like, oh, this has to be a bit, or this guy is crazy. Like,
yeah. Oh, the fluoride in the water making the frogs gay.
Yeah.
That's a classic. Scientists took semen onto a vomit comet flight, and the results were concerning.
Okay, questions.
What are you guys doing?
First of all,
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd. Visit BMWUSA.com for details.
well, let's start with the number one overarching question. Why?
Well, I would assume that, like, if they're male scientists, they're bringing semen on anyway.
Oh. But what hypothesis was being tested there? Like, you know what?
I don't know. Like, I mean, wouldn't you want to know if
Let's take some semen up in the vomit comet.
has anyone been impregnated in 0G? And would it make a difference? I imagine it would. Like, gravity has to play some role in, like, how everything.
Only if you pull out. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, you should do that in 0G. Like, no, don't pull out, no. You'd be dodging little globules of semen like forever.
I feel like the internal properties would probably still be the same.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But you never know. Yeah, I would imagine that during the course of a pregnancy, that if you were in 0G like the whole time, I bet you that would drastically change. The gravity has much more.
That baby's not learn to walk till it's like 3.
Well, just the way that the baby sits and the whole.
Right.
Have a baby be up in your chest.
Right.
The team decided to subject sperm to microgravity by the use of a parabolic flight.
Why? Does it say why?
Also known as a vomit comet.
Yeah, great. You want to see 0G nut. Why?
Okay. So apparently it's difficult to get sperm samples to the ISS, where they could test stuff in 0G, like, pretty easily.
Well,
I don't know why.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
Is it, though?
I mean,
Guys, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Right. And according to this article, it's a little unfair and unreasonable to ask astronauts to partake, and this is verbatim, partake in any such research themselves. Come on, man. It's not.
They've been separated from other humans for a long time.
Like, as base as we all get when we talk about shit like this and we're all having fun, like, we're still adults enough that, like, if we had to, like, give us a semen sample, we could do it without, like, being completely embarrassed or bursting into laughter or something. Well, we'd go into the office of the Playboy and jerk it out.
As long as it's for science. I guess
is it that big of a deal to, like, and what they put astronauts through? Like, are you telling me that if you were asked to, like, jerk off into a cup, you'd be like, wait a minute, what? Like, they put them through the ringer. I would imagine they want to see what their sperm looks like anyways. Yeah. You know? With all the tests that they put astronauts through, they're probably already looking at their sperm.
Listen, we need you to do 2 tests. One in the cup and one out of the cup.
Yeah.
The second one, we just want to see what happens.
Yeah, the second one's just for yucks. That one's for us. So have fun with it. Yeah. We don't really need to see the results on that one.
Make sure we don't do it around any of the equipment panels.
Yeah. Exposure to short duration gravity load changes, including microgravity, as sustained in the parabolic flight.
Is load the right word choice?
Yeah, statistically significantly decreases the sperm motility and vitality of human fresh sperm samples. In the future, should humans remain in space for long periods of time with exposure to different microgravity and hypergravity peaks, reproduction may pose a problem to be tackled.
No, baby, it's 0G. You can't get pregnant.
Yeah. The first lie told in space. I was also reading about a euthanasia roller coaster. Oh, yeah, here it is.
What?
This is a hypothetical device.
Aww.
So it doesn't.
So is this from like a Futurama episode?
No, it's basically a thought experiment, I guess. Like, that's not a great picture of it. They show part of it there.
This. Yeah,
where it's basically it's one big hump to get you up to speed, and then it just spirals, and the spiral gets closer and closer together.
Yeah, it's something about like the blood or something. It'll give you an aneurysm or some shit.
It just drains all the blood from your brain so that your brain dies. It was once thought up by Julie Jonas Urabonus. His name sounds made up. Is he in a Mel Brooks film?
Right.
In 2010, dubbed the hypothetical death machine. Oh, he's Lithuanian. That's why what a funny name. It's a project that was awarded the Public Prize of New Technological Art of Update in 2013. I'm assuming that's a Lithuanian prize that just doesn't translate that well. But what is the contest here? Was the contest to design a euthanasia machine, or was that just like...
Right.
No, it was just to design something cool, and that was your idea.
Design a euthanasia machine, and this guy went ape shit. Oh yeah, I'm designing a roller coaster.
I think these speed lines make it look pretty nifty. Agreed. First prize.
This makes Kevorkian's van look like fucking dog shit.
I saw somebody took that scene where Homer enters the design the nuclear power plant, in the famed Grimes episode, the Rick Grimes episode.
Yes.
Grimy. And, he just makes a copy of the existing plant, and then he puts some stripes on it.
Oh,
and that's what he's like, this appears to be, my power plant. And he's like, yes, but I think the speed stripes make it look nice. He's like, agreed, first prize. But somebody just put like the PlayStation 5 Pro picture over it. Because it's got like the vents on the side of it, the new model. Yeah. So it's like, here you go. It's just like the old one, only it's got stripes.
Was it? I know it was Pizza Hut, but is it the PS5? I think it's the PS. Pizza Hut is coming out with a warmer, Pizza Hut or Domino's, that you can attach to your PS5 to keep your pizza warm.
Is this
using the heat from the vents?
They should have done that with the PS4 because that thing definitely ran hotter. I haven't heard about overheating issues. They actually run amazingly smooth and cool. But I don't know. Maybe some are putting their consoles through more punishment.
I mean, if you're attaching a pizza warmer to your video game console, I feel you've got two problems.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a gag.
No, it's real. Hold on.
You look that up. I'll finish describing this euthanasia roller coaster. Design includes space for 24 people. You couldn't just make it a one-seater?
No, we're taking out 24 people at it.
Yeah. This is like Futurama shit.
Yeah, this guy's like, listen, we're not doing this for just one person.
Yeah, this is population control. I named the roller coaster Endgame. So 24 people. Each person has the option of pressing one of two buttons, stop and go. However, if just one out of the 24 decides against it, the ride would simply come to an end. So you have stop and go in front of you. Every person does. And all 24 people have to hit go for it to go. So I don't know. Can you imagine getting 24 people on the same page about ending your life? Like, okay, everybody ready? Just another 5.
Yeah.
All right. Get back on Instagram. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Donald wants to appoint who? Come on, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Can we move this along? Just let me finish this video up and send it. Are you posting right now?
So Pizza Hut has revealed the Pizza Warmer, a PS5 accessory that uses the console's heat to keep pizza warm. The accessory isn't for sale, but you will have to 3D print it yourself if you want one. The warmer sits on top of your PS5 and uses the heat from its vent to keep your pizza warm.
I don't see that as a good idea. My first concern is that it would actually be blocking some of the radiant heat that I want to escape the console. My second thought is that you're going to possibly drip cheese and oils onto your $500 piece of equipment. Third concern is looking and feeling like a complete loser.
Pizza Hut does recommend
who does not have his life together. They recommend what?
Listen, walking from the couch to the kitchen to warm the pizza up is a bridge too far. I have a warmer on my video game console. Pizza Hut recommends lining the inside of it with foil to guard against exactly what you are talking about.
Yeah, which is then going to reflect radiant heat back onto your PlayStation 5. Anyone who prints that out and uses it, you can have a free seat on the euthanasia roller coaster.
Right.
After the 500-meter initial drop, the track flattens out and begins the first of 7 inversions in a row, and that is the deadly part. It would take 60 seconds for the train to go through all 7 inversions, with each inversion getting gradually smaller and smaller in diameter in order to maintain 10 Gs of force to all the passengers during the entire 60-second experience. You would gradually begin experiencing worsening cases of cerebral hypoxia, meaning your blood would rush to your lower parts of your body, and your brain wouldn't be getting enough oxygen to survive. First thing you would notice is your vision graying out, which would then gradually turn to tunnel vision. And then you'd just go unconscious and die. That sounds horrible. That does not sound like an easy way to go.
And that'd be the worst pull-in ever, right? Hey, welcome back. Oh.
Yeah. Welcome back to America's roller coaster.
Welcome back to, never mind. I don't have to say any of this. Nobody is listening. Maybe we shouldn't have let any children in today.
There actually is, they mention a case where it was used in a work of fiction. The concept is used, apparently in this book, there was an incurable plague that was affecting children. And so I guess they just had to find a fun and easy way to get rid of all these disease-carrying, horrid little bastards.
All right, guys, we're going to the amusement park.
24 at a time. Yeah. They're like, this ride looks cool, but I can't find any Yelp reviews on it.
Do not recommend. 1 star.
Yeah, but who's to say? One day this may be true. You know, I mean, if this does happen and enough people go on it, somebody's going to survive it, right? And there's going to be like one freak of nature. He's like really short. He's got a really big head. I don't know.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd. Visit BMWUSA.com for details.
Oh.
That's the guy who'll give it 1 star.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Yeah.
Everyone else on the ride died.
Right. No, he's going to survive it, and then it's going to be like a thing. Like people are going to go on it. Like, can you survive it? Jake Paul is going to be on the death spiral roller coaster.
They raw dog flights.
Yeah.
Like I saw that. I was like, yeah, I've done that before. It's called There's No Internet on the Flight.
Yeah.
And you didn't download anything on your phone.
Yeah. It's called Flying in the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what I do? I go to sleep. And one could argue, oh, wow, congratulations. You just meditated for 2 hours.
Yeah, you're so zen.
Yeah. Because it's essentially what you did. You sat alone with your thoughts for 2 hours. It's called meditating.
Have you seen Tom Green recently?
I have not.
He looks like I don't know what he looks like.
Whoa.
This looks like
He definitely looks Canadian.
He looks like he is going out west, find some gold. He's got a big gray beard, scraggly hair, just looks old. He's now 53 and has ditched his inauthentic Hollywood life to become a farmer.
Well, that looks about right based on that picture.
Yeah.
No, he was on somebody's podcast a couple years ago, and yeah, he still does comedy, but yeah, when he's not doing comedy, he's just being a farmer.
Does he does like stand-up shows and
shit?
He
just goes around the comedy clubs.
Yeah. Imagine that's a decent living for him. He had a very bright and brief career, didn't he?
Yeah.
How long was the Tom Green show was on maybe a couple seasons, didn't he do?
Yeah, that was late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, what? He's called out in The Real Slim Shady, and that's from 2000? So yeah. I feel Tom Green heyday was the late 90s.
When he's, what's the lyric?
He said it was cool for Tom Green to get on TV and hump a dead moose.
But what does he say after that?
My bum is on your lips.
My bum is on your lips. That's what he says. Yeah, but very influential for,
Yeah. I mean, we talked about him last time. I don't think he jumps to mind immediately. I don't think you get Tim and Eric without Tom Green.
Nope. Or at least, they don't get a show.
True.
Right. They'd probably still be weird comedians.
Yeah.
But they don't get a show without Tom Green's show coming first. I think even shows like Jackass, even though that was more inspired by skate videos and shit that they would do on that, they wouldn't get a show on MTV.
But he pushed a comedy envelope that nobody had pushed.
Yeah. Also, probably heavily influenced some of my favorite and lesser known shows like Wonder Shows or
another guy that comes to mind.
Who's that?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep.
Basically his career.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I think that Sacha Baron Cohen would be less successful if Tom Green didn't pave some of that way, because Sacha Baron Cohen was able to, people were able to look at it and go, okay, I understand what this is.
Yes.
I get what he's doing. And not be confused by the show and be going, well, is it real or is it not? Or I don't get it. Like, yeah, I think Tom Green did a lot to like broaden our sensibilities for comedy, bring back some ridiculousness that maybe had been lost in the very snarky 90s and the very, I don't know, somewhat stale comedy of the 80s, even though there are some very classic comedy movies.
Right. You can call me Donald.
For real. Okay. It's Trump, in it.
Right.
And remember at the beginning, what you do?
TR. So how long has there been businesses?
Well, business started from the day one, from early in the world.
And what was they doing business in back in the day?
many years ago.
He walks out of this, right?
Millions of years ago, people were doing
like
business.
Trump humors him, I think, for like a couple minutes and then leaves.
Yeah, I think he does.
Who would want to buy rocks?
I don't know, man. You gotta ask them that.
I've got some business idea that I just want to tell you about, and I'll be a fool if...
Very quickly.
What is the most popular thing in the world?
Music.
No.
Tell me.
Ice cream.
Okay.
Everyone has it.
That's a weird answer for Donald, because he's not into music, really, is he?
It drips.
Okay.
So my idea is what?
To make a drip-proof ice cream.
No. Oh, that's a fucking... brilliant idea. I ain't going to come out with that, though.
I promise you I won't.
Well, my idea is to come out with just like these ice cream gloves that make the ice cream not go on your hands and make it all well sticky, and also keep your hands warm.
Okay.
When you was eating the ice cream.
Okay.
Is you win or is you win?
Okay. Well, it sounds like a good idea, and I hope you make a lot of money. Good luck, folks. It's been nice seeing you. You take care of yourself, okay?
Well, is you going to be in on that?
Well, it sounds like an interesting...
We've got like P. Diddy is going to be in it.
Good.
And I'm out. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wrong guy to name check at the end of the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Speaking of P. Diddy, like all the shit that's been revealed since this first blew up. I know I was on record on this podcast going like, is this legit or is he just a freak that they're going after because he's powerful? No, this guy is a fucking maniac who's raped people, raped kids.
By the way,
this
you notice
guy, like,
how quiet you notice how he's getting like no support from like, but he's also getting no detractors. There's like just silence from the celebrity community.
Well, what if he makes it out of this? Right?
Well, no, she's just he must have a lot of. He must have
he's not going to, but what if he does?
He's Black Epstein, right? Like
he's going to take me down.
He's probably got so much shit on so much people.
It's all on tape, apparently.
You haven't heard anyone come out and say fuck him. You haven't heard anyone out and say I support him.
Did you see Jennifer Lopez naked?
I have not.
Oh yeah, I thought that there's basically security camera footage of an incident that went down at one of his parties, and she's just walking around in just a G-string.
I feel like Dave Chappelle and Undercover Brother right now. Is it everything I ever dreamed of?
It's pretty good.
Because that's prime J-Lo. That is still early 20s, mid-20s J-Lo. That's before any surgery. That's still working with God gave her.
Yeah, but I mean, this has gone from like, oh, you know, these people are crazy. They like to party. It's called a freak off to like, as soon as the kids get involved, you're like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
This is a totally different story.
Like I said,
and I don't even think like the.
I brought it up last week. It said he's a guy who works for the Blaze. He's a comedian, and it's a fringe. But he said his theory is Michael Jackson was trying to put a stop to that crap with the kids, and it's all a giant smear job on him. But then, you know, again, my question is, so was the giant amusement park in his backyard a giant smear job on him? Like,
yeah.
But I digress. It's also, too, put the Michael Jackson stuff on the timeline. Puffy ain't shit during that first Michael Jackson lawsuit. Puffy is like the he's helping Biggie record Ready to Die while that first lawsuit's going down.
Yeah. His freak offs are like, maybe
freak offs haven't even happened yet.
He maybe got 2 chicks to come back to his room with him.
Yeah.
So speaking of Trump, it's looking rosy. If your major issue is cannabis, as much as I like it, is not. But Trump has been vocal about cannabis reform, as has JFK Jr. and I always call him JFK Jr. RFK Jr.
No, JFK Jr. is in the bottom of the fucking Atlantic Ocean. And Matt Gaetz, Jesus, a name that I have a hard time not puking when I say it now. I know, we'll see how long he lasts, but he looks like a Ken doll that got left in the sun.
Right? Yeah, he's like on his side and his hair just kind of melted off.
Or like got put in the oven somehow, or like...
Gaetz is a vocal supporter of cannabis legalization.
Oh yeah, half the shit is he's under investigated for his drugs.
Yeah. That does note here, however, he is facing scrutiny amid an ongoing investigation into allegations of a 2017 sexual relationship with a minor. So, Jesus, I mean, I don't know. It's not like the Attorney General sets the law for the land, but having that person in any position of power is kind of disgusting.
What I think will be hilarious is he resigned from Congress and then he won't get confirmed. Now he's just going to be asked out with no gig.
That'll be what?
He resigned
asked out?
Yeah, with no gig. Because he resigned from Congress the day he got nominated.
Oh, you're saying? I see. He resigned already, expecting the
Yeah. Then he won't get confirmed, and then he's going to be sitting there in January with his dick in his hand. Well, he'll probably like that.
Well, yeah.
If you know anything about his...
No, he'll probably go straight to Fox News from there.
Right. Replace Pete Hegseth.
And his podcast is going to be huge, I'm sure. Yeah, it says, although the Attorney General's stance carries weight, cannabis legislative reform ultimately rests with Congress. So that's going to be an interesting one because, well, Congress hasn't been able to do much of anything for the last 8 years. So maybe the fact that, the Republicans have all 3.
Well, I think this is the first time since, the Obama administration, all 3 chambers have been aligned.
Yeah. Obama managed to get stuff done.
Because he had all 3 chambers.
Yeah. So, anyway, we'll see. Let's just wrap up for now.
Better wrap that gavel up. At the Weedsman 420 on social media is where you find us. ChristopherMedia.net is also where you find us. There's a PayPal button there if you want to help out the show. Probably investigate putting other buttons in. There's more than one way to donate now, huh?
Oh, yeah. Let's put some buttons there.
Yeah. And wherever you listen to us, if you have the ability to rate and review us, please do, because it helps other people find the show. Please and thank you. Oh, next week, it's my favorite holiday. We get really stoned and eat a whole bunch of food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Can't wait for that. But until then, stay high.
Stay high.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd. Visit BMWUSA.com for details.